Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakal Kadash, giving double honor to the Apostle Elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to best pushing his truth and sincerity, and Kwam Yasharala. The brother Apostle Kadash coming to you another lesson. All right, and this time, I'm just going through world news, as you see right here. World news today, because we got a lot of prophecies kicking off. It's a lot of per usual. All right, we in the end of days, we in the latter days. This is what prophecy said would be happening. It will be kicking off. We got a lot of uproars, got a lot of earthquakes, got a lot of invading, and all these things that the scripture said would be happening. All right, that's the thing. The things, the scriptures out of the Bible, the Holy Bible, all right, they are happening. That's how we know it's prophecy in the scriptures, because it actually is happening. A man hundreds of years ago wrote X, Y, and Z was going to happen, and guess what? X, Y, and Z is happening. Now, on the other hand, it's our job to do these videos. So for those brothers that already know that they exhortated, they boosted up in the spirit. And for those who don't know, to be warned of the times that we are coming into. All right. But just to get into it, it says Israeli military says ceasefire is in effect in Gaza. All right. So we would know they've been fighting this war for might have been a year or two now. I can't exactly remember when they started it, but we know they've been fighting this war for a little bit. But we also know what the scriptures say about this devil, because those Israelis, they're really Edomites from the tribe of the Amalekites, the hair tribe of Edom, right? And this is Psalms chapter 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. All right, so the words of his mouth was, they're going to do a ceasefire. Yeah, we're going to do a ceasefire. We're going to let the rest of the Palestinians, we're going to let them walk up out of the land. We're going to let them go, and that'll be the end of the war. That's what they say, right? They said this shit 3 times now. All right. So this devil is showing himself. He think he getting ready to Old Testament these Palestinians, fucking kill them all and kick them out the land, and they gonna live happily ever after there. Incorrect. All right. It say his words were salted than oil, yet were they drawn swords. His words were salted than oil. He speak nice to you. Nice, smooth things. And then yet they draw swords. If I was in Palestinians, I'd use the fucking ocean to cross it. Because you try to walk through that land with that ceasefire, and they're gonna slaughter all you niggas. But you know what though? It's scriptural. Because guess what? These fucking Israelis, they just doing Bible prophecy. No matter what they try to do, they just doing Bible prophecy. Here is Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he have taken against Babylon, and his purposes, that he have proposed against the land of Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. The least of the flock is talking about these Amalekites, the head tribe of Edom. But it's talking about the land of Israel right now, because that's where the head tribe of Edom is. They're in the land of Israel. They're going to draw out Babylon the Great, Babylon, the daughter Babylon, Mystery Babylon, which we know is no longer a mystery. It's the United States of America. All right. That's really what it's talking about. The literal land Israel, the people there, they're gonna cause some type of war and shit, or some type of disturbance in the world. It's gonna cause all that type of shit, and America's gonna back up Israel. And guess what? The war gonna pop off, World War III. Somewhere along them lines. That's how it's gonna play out. Of course, the scriptures say we prophesy in part, so I can't tell you, on April 12th, the Israelis, they're going to do a false attack on themselves, and they're going to go to war with the rest of the BRICS nations, and America's going to have to back them up. I can't tell you exactly how it's going to happen, but I can tell you that Israel is going to be the reason that they pull America into the big war. And we're seeing that right now when the minister of Israel came to talk, I think at one of these meetings, world meetings. I think like more than half of the world leaders, which they represent. It's not necessarily the president, but it's someone who represents their country when they go to these meetings. All right, half of them walked out. All right, so they didn't want to hear what Israel had to say. The Israelis, I'm gonna call them that. The Israelis, they didn't want to hear what they had to say because they doing a genocide, and even though all them niggas did that shit, but that's what they own. All right, and that's all. That's why they doing that. All right. Now, I brought that out. I guess we go back to the prophecies. All right. You also got Venezuela's opposition leader Maria Corina Machado. Shalom. All right, the camera cut off, but I'm going to jump right back into it. It say Venezuela's opposition leader Maria Corina Machado wins 2025 Nobel Peace Prize. Now, the thing that catches my attention is an opposition leader, because I'm not going to click, I might click into it, but just off of, common knowledge, common sense, and reading the room, all right, you have a leader, an opposition leader, a op, which they call it in the Jake neighborhoods. A op is a nigga who wants to see you dead, or not necessarily somebody wants to see you dead, but an op is somebody who they against you. They're opposite. They're your opposition. They're against you. All right. So that means the runner up in Venezuela, the person who was leading against the actual leader, she just won a fucking Nobel Prize. Let's see who issue out these Nobel Prizes. We already know it's a Edomite. Who select Nobel Prize winner, right? It says the Nobel Prize winners are selected by 4 different Swedish, Norwegian institutions, including the Royal Swedish Academy of Science, Physics, Chemistry, Economics, the Nobel Assembly at the Karolinska Institute, Psychology, or I said that word, the Swedish Academy. But here it is all Edomite countries. Swedish, Norwegian, fucking pretty much say Swedish and Norwegian, the Royal Swedish Academy. So these fucking devils out here giving prizes to you so-called Jakes, making you feel like you you should be empowered, basically. Because the thing about it is, it's not unknown that America will send a fake leader in, and it's nothing for America to call Sweden like, hey, I need y'all to make her look good. Cool, we got to call her upsert. The real Venezuelan leader, he ain't getting with the breakdown. He's not pushing the C-hip. He's not pushing Moism. He's not pushing death and destruction on his people. He got to get out of here. We're going to put her in there. It's not unheard of. All right. But you know what, though? That's prophecy in itself. All right, because it say he is neither a keeper at home Habakkuk 2:5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. You fucking devils, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Why is the Swedish Academy giving the fucking runner-up so-called president or the opposition leader a fucking Nobel Prize? You influencing the people minds. Oh, she must be doing something right. She must be doing something right. All right? You all the way over there in fucking Sweden, worry about World War III that's gonna fucking decimate your land just like World War II and 1 did. Giving out a fucking Nobel of Jake, and Jake shouldn't be accepting that shit. Fuck a Swedish prize. Fuck, what the fuck did Sweden ever do for us? When when fucking Venezuela was going through hyperinflation, when the fuck did Sweden send some recovery money to y'all niggas? Cause y'all Venezuelans, y'all Israelites too. When the fuck she accepting this fucking prize like it's an honorary thing. But when your country was fucking eating fucking dirt When the fucking jail systems let all them fucking criminals out and they was running the country, when did Sweden send them fucking help to y'all niggas? They didn't. But now they got this puppet leader they trying to push in there to fucking, man, I gotta get it. Salakia, John 8:44. John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, you so-called Israelites, man. Because y'all niggas ain't really Israel. All of Israel are not of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians, you 2/3 of the nation. Y'all follow, y'all are of your father the devil. Y'all father is not Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Y'all father is Daddy Esau, the so-called white man. Y'all, this nigga say jump, y'all niggas are jumping to exhaustion. You got this bitch trying to lead her people off. Now she accepting prizes from the so-called white man off. All right, it say, the lust of your father ye will do. This nigga said put drugs in the community. You niggas said, that's not a bad idea. That'll boost the economy. Wicked ass fucking leaders. You sellouts. This nigga said, oh yeah, women shouldn't wear dresses no more. And you know what you fucking leaders said? And I bet you that Venezuelan bitch did some shit contrary to the scriptures. She already doing something contrary to the scriptures, running for fucking leader of her country and shit. All right. It say he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. That's talking about Esau. He was a murderer from the beginning all the way back to Cain and Abel. This nigga was a murderer. Jacob and Esau, he wanted to murder Jacob. Every time you hear about the Edomite in the scriptures, he trying to get a nigga murdered. Haman and Mordecai. Haman, fuck that, whatever the fuck that double name is. Every time you hear about an Edomite, Doggy, the fucking, I think he was like with King Saul or some shit like that. All right, murder the nigga. That's all they do is murder and create violence. You got, what's that one nigga, the traveling weapon? I forget the nigga name. It was around the times of Noah. You had a fucking Edomite. He was a weapons. He was a warmonger. He sold weapons. And then when you read the book, you read Genesis, talk about at Noah time, it was great violence in the world. Why? This nigga was selling weapons all over the world. It's just like the Jake neighborhoods now. You always hear about how, damn, these niggas are shooting everything up. Where are they getting these guns from? You go back to like the 60s, it was pretty hard to get a fucking gun. You couldn't walk down the street and just get a gun from anybody. You had to be plugged in. Nowadays, you can walk about 10 steps and this nigga that'll sell you a gun. Who's flooding our neighborhoods with the death? Who's flooding our neighborhoods with this shit? I don't know how to make a gun. There's no one around me for a 25-mile radius. Not many people that know how to make a gun, especially from scratch. We even had the resources to do it. This nigga is flooding our neighborhoods with that shit. He is death. That's why just call him the accuser of thy brethren. This nigga is putting all these weapons. You got young niggas 16, they fucking mind not even developed yet. He's flooding these niggas with drugs. Here go a perk. Here go some lean. Here go this. Nigga mind is fucking going haywire. He don't know what's going on. He's under a fucking trance from all those drugs. Then you put a switch in his hand. This nigga will shoot any party up, his own party up. Of course we got fucking violence in our neighborhood. That's why I say he's the accuser of thy brother, because he let niggas like that loose in our neighborhoods. Nigga that been in jail for 10 years who ain't had a fucking righteous thought a day in his mind. Give him some drugs and a gun, and then he'll say, look, Lord, they're the murderers. They do most of the murdering. They tearing up their neighborhood. They selling poison to each other. Nigga, you put it in our neighborhood. And you told us to fight to the death over that shit. I know you guys haven't eaten in 2 weeks. Here's a bologna sandwich. Threw it in the center of the room and made niggas fight to death over that shit. This nigga the devil. And that's the thing. That's why I brought this shit out. This nigga a murderer from the beginning. He a bold, not in the truth. And you niggas want to follow him to death. And that's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna follow him right to death. It said because there is no truth in him, he will speak a lie. This nigga gave that bitch a Nobel Prize and he gonna make her seem like such a good person. Let that bitch get in the office and watch that country fall even more. It say when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. This nigga the father of lies. Everything that come out this nigga mouth, it's a lie. I don't care if he say the sky blue, that nigga lying. The sky is this bitch. It got a tan in it, motherfucker. It's light blue. It's sky blue. That nigga tell you it's dark blue. I don't care what this nigga say. It's a lie. All right. Even at my job, I was thinking about. I work with Puerto Ricans and shit and Edomites. The Edomite was like, you know what, brother? I love you, man. No matter how much we get into it, we always work it out. That's why I love you. I looked over. I said, man, that nigga will eat you, bro. I said, this nigga will stab you in the back. He would do heinous things to you. If he didn't have to follow the laws of the land, this nigga would murder you. Talking about he love you. This nigga, and you could tell the nigga lying. I love you, brother. Edomite talking like that. I said, man, get the fuck out of here with these fucking alligator tears. And where was the love at when, man, where was the love at all these other times? I bet you that Edomite ain't never drove through the Jake neighborhoods and say, hey, I got some groceries for you guys. I know times was hard. I had a jacuzzi at the crib, so I thought I would give you guys a little extra. Never. This nigga does not love us. He has a perpetual hatred for us. All right. But I'm going to go back to these world news articles. I'll probably get one more in. Perfect. Powerful 0.74 magnitude earthquake strikes off coast of Philippines, prompting tsunami warning. All right. It says, before I get on there, look at this nigga Trump, man. This nigga always on some shit, ain't he? It say Norway is prepared for anything as it braces for Trump's Nobel Prize reaction. That nigga Trump is about to have a fit that he didn't get that shit. This nigga, it say children were their oppressors. Let me grab it, matter of fact. It say, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and to destroy the ways that I path. These fucking Edomites, bro. Who you think put the woman over the man? You know why the woman feel comfortable to speak up and poke her chest out to a man? She knows she got the fucking police, which is going to be a goddamn Edomite or some type of sergeant Edomite that could back her up. Who you think gave these bitches women's rights? The fucking, the Edomites elite, so they could tax they dumb ass, play they dumb ass. All right? But children are their oppressors. Look at this nigga Trump, bro. This nigga about to throw a fit because he didn't win the Nobel Prize. This nigga's a fucking billionaire. If I had $1 billion, you think I'd give a fuck about what Norway or Sweden had to say about me? I'd be in a fucking island drinking coconut milk out the coconut. With some, you know, with a thing here or two next to me. This nigga worried about a Nobel. This is some childish shit. And this is who's running the country. Do it sound like this guy can make logical, fucking leadership quality moves? We already had Biden before him. And you guys wonder why we say this place over with. You niggas ain't had a reasonable president in fucking 16 years. If that, if ever. All right. But I think that was on point. You know, just going through a little world news. All right. I hope this video is edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakal Kadash, giving double honor to the Apostle Elder's Great Millstone. Peace and blessings, much pushing their truth and sincerity, and Kwam Yasharallah.